Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Donjo number EL-204SL. This is an extended lip strike plate. The EL-204, that's a reference to all of its dimensional properties, and let's go over that now. First of all, this is 2 3/4 tall, is the height of this strike. That makes it less common because generally strikes that are 2 3/4 tall are deadbolt strikes. And you could certainly have this, however, if you had like a slam-style deadbolt, a gate latch, you could use that. Or if you had a T-strike, and a T-strike is 2 3/4 tall, you might use a full lip style like this, even though they do make T-strikes with extended lips. Well, if you need a strike that's 2 3/4 tall, has an overall width of about 4 1/2, but the correct dimension, these are measured from the center line of the screw hole to the edge of the lip, and that's 4 inch. So that's how extended lip strikes are measured. The center line of the hole to the edge of the lip is how you would measure this. Then, size of the hole for the cutout, some people ask, 1.5 inches by about 11/16. This is going to be made of steel in an SL, or a sprayed a sprayed aluminum type finish. This is going to be available in a sprayed aluminum, a brass color, and then a dark bronze color as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. Come with a couple of screws. It'll be in a complementary finish. Where would you use this? Well, most commonly you're going to use this in an application where you have a wall condition where when the door is going into the closing cycle, the latch bolt will actually make premature contact with the jamb. So you could have an outswinging door, but the door is set deeper into the frame than normal, meaning the inset is substantial. Like if you stood on the pull side of a standard door and you ran your hand over the door and frame, you'd notice the door's moved in ever so slightly, like maybe 3/32 of an inch. Well, imagine if that dimension was 3 inches or 2.5 inches. You'd need a longer strike in order, a longer strike length, lip length, to prevent the latch bolt from marring the frame. You'll see those instances in very thick walls where you've got very wide frames and the doors are moved in so that they don't look unusual mounted in the standard location, where on the other side of the wall you've got several inches of just frame material. You could also see it where you have unusually thick casing, where you've got a lot of material applied, like think brick mold in an exterior door where the door swings out, where you've got shutters or trim or some sort of wall condition, especially a wall condition where the wall might actually wrap up over to the face of the frame itself and then come back flush with the frame. You could have an unusual application like that. Also, if you do some custom furniture, some custom cabinetry, you might have a hidden pantry where the construction of that requires a customized strike lip length. You might see it there as well. And if you have a need for an extended lip strike, you might need wide throw hinges as well, which we can help you with. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called Template, where you can review all of the dimensional properties of the strike. We've pretty much covered everything. It refers to the fact that the gauge is 13 gauge, or .090. That's a thick piece of steel. Okay, it's 3/32 of an inch thick, basically. There's also a link to a document called Product Catalog that will allow you to review all of the strike plates from Donjo, and especially all of those that are extended lip. And you will certainly find the 2 3/4 tall extended lip strikes in that book. 4 inches on the outer range of what's available. They'll do a 5 inch as well, but to get a 5 inch, you'd be looking at a 2 3/4 tall strike, and that appears to be the deepest strike that they'll make. A series of other strikes, like security strikes, standard strikes, specialized strikes, so they put them in there because they all go together as strike plates. Then the last page in the catalog is an order form if you have need for a custom strike. Donjo can make that as well. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Danjo products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog in its totality, and then also broken down into sections. And you'll notice if you review those sections that Danjo makes more than just strike plates. And if you know their name, you probably know them for latch protectors and door reinforcing wraparound plates. But you'll see they are a comprehensive provider of practically all things trim and auxiliary hardware related. If you have any questions on the Danjo EL-204 in an SL sprayed aluminum finish, it's powder coated, or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.